Hello guys, good afternoon. Welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is Modoti channel. Modoti is Mothers Don't Tire. My name is Anne Adhiambo Nyada, and I am the host in this YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, we talk about motherhood, we talk about our challenges, uh, several conversations about life's journey. It's not only for mothers, it's basically about our life's journeys, our mistakes. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, and how we pull ourselves together after disappointments, how we keep on going, how we rebuild ourselves, and basically how life is. Uh, It is about 2:30 p.m. and Sunday, 2:30 p.m. East African time. And Sunday afternoon, I went for the first service in church. And I'm back. I didn't go home directly. I passed by my office. My office is not far from the church, or even from where I stay. So I passed by because this is the time I make preparations for the following day. If you're new to this channel, there is the past video that I talked about me as an entrepreneur. I am a director of an institution. Formerly, I was a director of Lehecys Girls Leadership School in Rongo Sub-County, which I temporarily closed in 2024 due to a number of challenges that I promised that I would be talking about step by step. Some of the hurt, some of the disappointments, and the rebuilding process. What am I doing about it? Now, currently, I am the director of Lehecys Global Learning and Digital Center, which I just started recently to track, retrack my footsteps. We normally say that when you fall, you don't stay where you fall. You see, I was running a whole high school, secondary school, and for the past 8 years, I'd been doing it. And then I got a number of challenges that could not make me continue doing it. And therefore, I had to close it down, temporarily suspend it, and reinvent it afresh. So Lehecys Global Learning and Digital Center is one of the ways of reinventing it, reorganizing it, and restarting it again. So this is my office where I've been operating from lately, basically since January this year. Uh, I do homeschooling basically as we organize to restart Lehecys Girls Leadership School. Somewhere in Nairobi and its environs, God willing, it can't be a one-year affair. An institution needs time. It can't be a 1 month affair, so it has to progress. In the meantime, I would say that Lehecys Girls Leadership School is not dead. It has actually given birth. It has birthed Lehecys Global Learning and Digital Center, where we do homeschooling. We have adopted the IGCSE, the CBC system, trying to understand it, trying to bring them together. We are getting students on board, majorly online students. There are students who we also visit at home to teach them. Now the schools are closed. We have a few that we are tutoring at home. And yeah, we are in the process of growing. A number of challenges though, because Lehecys is closed with a lot of financial baggage. You know, an institution that was running a boarding school for that matter. We had suppliers who were supplying food. We had those who were supplying bedding. We had those who were supplying a number of staff. A school, any other institution needs suppliers. So some of them are not fully paid, and therefore I have to do it progressively. You know, now this is not a full institution that would write checks as Lehecys would do. So we do it progressively, actually, bit by bit, as we reorganize ourselves, reorganize even our registration status, so that we can get partners to come on board and see how we can clear the baggage of Lehecys Girls and reorganize it all over, and even adopt, bring on this one, the Lehecys Global Learning and Digital Center, because we want Lehecys to be stronger when it comes back to life, not just a girls' boarding school, but reinventing it afresh. And my days have been very, very busy, uh, thinking, rethinking, reorganizing a number of things, asking myself a number of questions. What do the parents want? What does the society want? Because today's parent is very much informed. They know what they want. And especially with the introduction of the CBC system in the Kenyan curriculum, there is almost at the level of the uh, international curriculum. We are trying at Lehecys to get it right and to come up with a model that will make the parent look at it and say, this is a package for me. So that a parent who chooses the CBC and the one that goes the international pathway, because we are trying and we are trusting God that Lehecys will be a big thing, bringing on board the international curriculum and the CBC curriculum, as we are doing it right now under our homeschooling and online uh, system. So, okay, well, before I continue with that conversation about Lehecys and the rebuilding and the things that I'm trying to do differently, um, I think I look smart if you look at me. I trimmed my hair, by the way. I trimmed my hair. I've had dreads for the last 8 years. I started keeping my dreads. I normally have very thick hair in 2018, and they were long and shaggy. And you know, I'm not somebody who really likes to do waxing every other time. I'm not a salon lady. I don't like going to the salon and sitting there for some reason. So most of my repairs and the grooming I do myself, my hair, partly to cut costs, because to be honest, I've really been financially challenged, especially when the school had to undergo a number of financial pressure and to close. But not really because of financial baggage, because even when I was in financial position, just going to the salon and sitting there is something that I normally really have to organize myself to do so. And therefore, I do most of my waxing alone. And my hair had grown. They were long and very, very uncomfortable, especially when I went to sleep. So when I covered them with a hair cover that I use at night. It was big. I felt that it was very, very uncomfortable. And yesterday, I was in the office after doing my few things in the afternoon. I was here in the office, just doing a number of things. Over the weekends, I do my podcasts. I'm also the host of this Rabbi Unfiltered podcast, by the way. So during your free time, you can visit Spotify also and support me at this Rabbi Unfiltered podcast. Again, if you go through my posts, you'll find some of my podcast series I've shared in this particular channel. You can listen to them. They talk about tradition and culture. So on Saturdays, actually, I do that. I record my podcasts and post them. Some of them I post schedule so that I'm not under pressure again. So after recording my podcasts yesterday, that's how basically my Saturday afternoon is like nowadays. And after that, I work on my crochet. I am a crochet. I love crocheting so much. So yesterday after that, I worked on my crochet. I was doing hair bands. I told you that as much as possible, in my community, we normally say that if there is a problem, we normally have a proverb. If a problem comes out, we normally say that, oh, sometimes you blame the mongoose or you blame the chicken. It's a proverb. A mongoose is that chicken eater. And it was common when we were growing up. Of course, nowadays the villages have really cultivated a lot of settlement, have encroached in those that were forests, and they are a dying species, but they are still there. So we used to talk of this proverb when the chicken were attacked by the mongoose. You open for your chicken in the morning, and instead of just uh, loitering around the compound where they are safe, they move all the way to the nearby bushes, and then mongoose catch up with them. And then we come up with that particular proverb that, oh, sometimes you blame the mongoose, of course, for taking your chicken, but sometimes you also blame the chicken for having gone where mongoose lives. Is a proverb that I have really I used to heal myself. I told you Lehecys did not close up well. I gathered so many enemies, by the way. And yeah, I'm healing actually, even as I am reinventing it. And in that healing nature, I don't want it to make it a blame game, blaming people, blaming the community. I'm also looking at what didn't I do right. So as I also blame those who catapulted my failure in the first version of Lehecys in Rongo, I also look at the weaker parts, the things that I did not manage to do. Some of them, of course, were my long-term dream. I wasn't able to achieve them immediately, partly because of finances. And I'm trying to rethink and look at how I can bring them on board. And that is how I am bringing a number of things, income generating activities that will be part of our Lehecys, and crochet is one of them. If you look at my past videos, I do a lot of crochet. I've managed to sell some, though currently I'm not aggressively doing it for sales. I'm doing it to get the niche. What is it that will pick very, very, very well? So yesterday I did a number of hair bands. I'm trying to find what if the Lehecys Girls come up again. Because at Rongo we were running as a CBO, And CBOs, getting funding with CBOs sometimes can be very, very challenging. So it was part of what brought us down, little funding. So because as a CBO, you need a lot of income generating activities. So I'm also looking at crochet as one of them. I'm looking at, how do we call this, beading as another one. Things that can be hands-on, so that when Lehecys come back to life, the girls' school part of it is what I'm talking about, because I have a passion in uh, rescuing underprivileged girls and just bringing them back to school to learn. I wouldn't want to run the version of Lehecys that I was running back in Rogo. It was very expensive. But I would want an affordable Lehecys Girls Leadership School with all the facilities where the underprivileged girl would find an opportunity to come to school, and the privileged one would also find the right facilities to pay for what Lehecys is offering. That is the model I'm thinking about, and that is why I'm bringing crochet on board. So yesterday, after working on my podcast, I cut my hair. I have girls, by the way, who don't have long hair like me. My hair grows very fast, by the way, and I have hair as strong as steel wool, very, very strong. I've taken it after my father's hair. And my girls have taken after their father also. Their father doesn't have hair; it grows and then falls off. So my girls don't have strong hair. It is my son who has a thick hair that like me, and therefore my girls envy my hair. So when I trimmed my hair, it still looks good. You can see now, and it's now way lighter. When I trim my hair, I promised my daughter that I'll take them to her. So yesterday I trimmed and forgot them in the office. Today I'll carry them back to the house. She's also keeping dreadlocks, but they're short. So she wants to go and crochet them to be part of her hair so that she can have a long dreadlocks like mommy's. Okay, and after that, okay, I did my haircut. I did the hair bands. You can see beautiful hair bands. I crocheted these. I did 4 of them. Some had already done. Yesterday I did 5 actually, because these ones had already done. I'd already done this. I'd already done this, and now yesterday I did this. The red hairband. I don't know whether you're able to see it well. So this one I did. It's a beautiful one, beautiful hairband. I did also this one, and I also did this one. These 2 beautiful hairbands. Very, very beautiful. And with the time, I'm making a bank of them. With time, I'll sell them at an affordable price. These are things that people can buy when we eventually open our center. People can buy. They can act as our income generating activity. So in the process of rebuilding Lehecys, we are thinking a number of things, because we have to look at re-education. We are reinventing Lehecys. What is it that Lehecys should do? What is it that the parent wants? What is it that the child wants? What is it that the government, that is the curriculum itself, the Kenyan government, the international government, community, what do they want in the educational world? And in that process, I'm rethinking a number of things, collecting a number of materials that I need, buying what I can buy, like I had to learn how to play chess. My son knows how to play it, but I've never been so interested. I don't like indoor games so much. I was a hockey player, so I like running in the field. So it's long since I played hockey anyway. I was coaching it when I was still in the public schools, but then I became busy and also old. I can only give technical advice, though I can still coach anyway. So I brought my sons uh, whatever would you call them, chess materials to the office, or sometimes they come to my office, they play the chess, and I was learning it. They also like playing draft, so I'm learning some indoor games, of course, because again, because we are coming up with an education hub where the child should be developed all around. An education hub, sporting activities not left out, indoor games, those activities that a child needs, rethinking and thinking. And of course, these are my threads. I've yet to work on them. I keep on working on them. I also love painting. Sometimes I draw and paint, but my daughter loves it most. So I bought some brushes. Sometimes we get kids just from around neighbors and just paint with them. We're still doing it for free and just for fun. But I believe as an educational hub, we will also be having drawing and painting, arts. So I'm rethinking Lehecys as an art center, a sports hub, an education hub, a music center. I have my guitar here. So I have my guitar here. I know a few keys from the guitar that I'm still also learning. I normally have my guitar lessons on Thursdays. There's somebody who takes me through. But this holiday I haven't done much because on Thursdays I have a student that I have to homeschool. So those are some of the things that I am trying to do, just recollecting, rebuilding, looking at education afresh, rebuilding it, rethinking it, looking at some of the artistic materials that we can engage in. Like this is a drawing by my daughter. She loves drawing. She did that. And so, yes, as much as I've been saying that I'm disappointed, by the way, I was very, very disappointed because I threw all my weight behind Lehecys Girls Leadership School, and at a point I even gave it a lot more time than I gave my own family. And because the children, most of the time, they stayed with their father. I stayed mostly with the last born because he was schooling near me. So at a point, Lehecys almost disconnected me from my family. I'm one person who really, how would I call it? A go-getter. So if I something and I'm up to working for that thing, I throw my weight behind it. I don't know how to look side. I do it with all my heart. So at a point, I would say Lehecys really took a lot of my time. And this is a very, very great moment for me. 2025, the whole of it, 2026. The 2025 was very confusing. I was so confused in 2025 because that is the year when I was now living without Lehecys. It's like divorced. I've never experienced divorce, but I have friends who have divorced. I've also engaged people who have divorced. It leaves a very dirty wound, very, very dirty wound, because you see that whoever hurt you is still there. The situation that hurt you is still there. The children, maybe, you see, the evidence, especially divorce that leaves children, there has to be co-parenting, their property to divide and things like that. A lot of dirty wound that is difficult to heal from. So last year, that was the general feeling. And really, really, I didn't do much. I was brooding on the thoughts. I spent time praying and fasting. I'm an intercessor, by the way. And I don't know, for some reason, I still thought that praying and fasting, even after having gone to the ministry and told them that I need time to reorganize myself, to reorganize Lehecys, to relocate it, and even having given the students transfer letters to other institutions, the few students who are there, because again, the population had gone down very, very drastically, that it was not economical to manage it, given that even the Form 1s were not there. There were only 3 classes. So even having done it myself, I spent a lot of time in denial, which is also very normal. Is part of grief. When you lose something that has been part of you, you grieve, you grieve. And this was part of my grief. I spent a lot of time in denial, hiding myself. Uh, I had started Modoti, this channel, sometimes back in 2024. Yes, in 2024. And by now I would be having many videos. But you see, 2024, the same year, there was a lot of hiccups. This school was driving me crazy. In fact, I thought I was going to die. There's so much, so much. Some of them I talked about in the previous video. Some of them I'll talk about progressively, because I'm getting myself back, the cheerful me, not plastic cheerfulness, because at a point I had to put the plastic one. The real me now, with all the baggages I've accepted. If I owe you, the school owes you. Yes, it does owe you. The court cases and the battles, I've had to face lawyers and go to them, talk to them, and tell them that, come on. It wasn't a con game. This is a school that has been there for the last 8 years. And even when the property was applied, we really didn't know that things would behave like they are behaved. This is where we are. So give me time. In the meantime, whatever little I get, I'll be able to divide. Again, it can't be consistent, because these are just small amounts of money that I'm using to pick up myself, to reorganize Lehecys, to think of the best registration that can make it sit on the negotiating table with partners that can give it an eye. Because again, such an institution needs a hand. I really needed a hand to hold me. But then I went it alone for the 8 years, very traumatizing. So this time, this period has given me time to reconnect with my family. My children no longer see the quarrelsome mother. Lehecys at a point made me very quarrelsome. To my own children, you see, sometimes you are on that emotional roller coaster that you don't understand again, because you're always thinking, oh my God, the schools are about to open. Like now, I would be thinking, the schools are about to open, there's no food. I still owe supplier A some money that I have to pay before they supply us with food. Oh, are the parents coming to pay? And sometimes they open and students just come. A parent talks, another one promises. And you end up with students who have brought totally nothing. I'm telling you, those things absorbed me. And I think it also affected my mothering ability. I would be very irritable to my own children. At a point, they feared me. And that is why they chose to stay with the father. Even my last one, the one who was staying with back at home, immediately the schools closed, he would run. He would want to run to Nairobi to stay with the father. I would also visit, but then I had to visit and rush back because there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot to be done. Proper infrastructure, a lot. Some of them I would do alone, including landscaping, just to save on costs. So I've been doing great, I would say, notwithstanding the burdens that I have. I know with the time, of course, things will happen and the debts will be cleared. Sometimes they weigh me when I think about them. I feel so low, but then will feeling so low change anything anyway? It won't. So I have to shore up. I have to think. I have to rethink. I have to find money to give Lehecys a proper registration. Maybe convert from CBO to some kind of an NGO so that it can be able to attract donors that can stand with it. So in the process, there are a number of things. I also have a CBC, but even my son is a beneficiary of the CBC system. My other children are 8 for 4. And we have been doing reinvention with him, especially when the schools close, like the painting. He loves painting. So he did this. And he also loves drawing. So he draws a lot. I also learn at his feet. Learning is a continuous process. He loves drawing. So sometimes we draw with him just for fun. And then we color things like that. Just trying to organize our learning hub so that what is the way forward for Lehecys? It's a bit dark in my office. But these are some of the things. He loves drawing. After drawing, he normally has a signature. I don't know whether it's visible. Art by Jen Shalom. Yes. Yes. So those are some of the ways to go. An art center, as Lehecys speak. Talent center. Those who can draw, come and draw. Those who can play music, come and play, learn music. Those who can paint, come and paint. Those who can play indoor games, come and play indoor games. Those who can read and write, creative writers, come and do it. I love writing, by the way. I've told you that over the weekend I work on my podcasts, I do crochet, and I also work on my memoir. I love writing. I've not published a text, but I write a lot. If you visit my Facebook page, Aninyada is my Facebook page. You'll find my write-ups. I tell stories of our family. I come from a large polygamous family. I talk about tradition, day-to-day life. Yeah, there are issues. And my first write-up that will be published is the memoir that I'm working on. I'm actually on chapter 8. And today I'll be working on it up to around 6. From 3:30 to 6, I'll be working on it, or to 5:30, somewhere around there, because I want to make it ready also. Then after that, I'll do a lot of write-ups. I'm a very creative writer. I'm a podcaster. There is a this Rabbi website, not website, but blog. I have a blog site, WordPress. This Rabbi blog with WordPress, where I also write, I share my thoughts randomly. So it's long since I posted. I think the last time I posted was in February, yes, because of my busy schedules. But I like writing, so I'm thinking of Lehecys as a learning hub, where even those who love creative writing will come and do it, because I really love creative writing myself. And that is my rebuilding journey in a nutshell. That is what I'm doing. And as a mother, this is Modoti. Mothers don't tire. As a mother, I want to take this opportunity to encourage you to be on the move, whatever situation you find yourself in. Sometimes you find yourself in not very easy situation. I'm telling you as a lady, whatever is challenging you, whatever it is that is challenging you as a lady, because this is Mothers Don't Tire. But even as a man, I am there for you. Kindly don't feel left out. We undergo a lot of financial pressure, a lot of rejection, a lot of baggages. Some of them are from our own families that we cannot run away from. Some of them are from the businesses that we started ourselves. Like mine, majorly, is from the business that I started by myself, out of my own passion, thinking that was going to work my way. But it has pushed me where I am. And what do? I have to encourage myself. I have to keep moving. Somehow things normally fall in place, that I believe, that I seriously believe, that when you continue working, when you do not give up, when you continue doing what you need to do, when you continue dreaming, when you continue thinking of the best way to make something be, somehow it comes and falls back in place. So that is where I am right now. And I want to take this opportunity to most sincerely thank you for being part of Modoti channel. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to Modoti channel. I promise to be consistent this time around. Drop the day-to-day challenges, the rebuilding series of somebody who needs to move on. I also welcome you to subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Lehecys Global Learning and Digital Center. It's also coming up, and that is where I share learning tips. I share live teaching sessions. I'm a mathematics and chemistry teacher, and I also share practicals, live practical sessions, short recaps of practical sessions that you can use as a learner or as a teacher or even as a homeschooling parent to teach your child. So I thank you so much. Kindly subscribe to Modoti. Support this YouTube channel. We'll be having several conversations. I will be organizing boot camps for mothers so that we can just speak out our minds. We can just speak out and talk about our challenges. So subscribe and support me. Thank you so much. We connect again next time, and I'll be taking you through what I am doing to make things work again.